When talking horror movie long takes, my initial thoughts instinctively go to John Carpenter, Stanley Kubrick, or Gary Sherman. But there's also great modern directors who accomplished this like Edgar Wright, David Mitchell, and Fede Alvarez. Today I want to look at 5 great long takes in current horror films that came out after the turn of the century. And what better way to start off this list than with David Mitchell's 2014 horror film, It Follows. It Follows is a fantastic film for many reasons, but focusing only on the opening shot, we see a suburb with the camera in the middle of the street facing forward. As it spins around and follows the girl, the camera stays in the center of the road. In fact, it stays in the center of the road the entire time. David Mitchell shot it like this because he wanted to make the audience feel like an outside observer. Since this is the opening scene of the movie, the audience knows only as much as anyone else on the street watching. Filming this as in a broken take, one that runs 1 minute and 51 seconds, allows the anxiety of the character to settle in the audience as well as the feeling of helplessness that the onlooking neighbors are experiencing by keeping the camera stuck in the street. No cuts to disrupt these feelings, and no edits to reveal too much information that the neighbors don't have. This long take mixed with the score expertly utilizes all of its available opportunities to instill a sense of anxious bewilderment in its viewers, and is a prime example of how to fill your audience with discomfort before the end of the first take. Love him or hate him, Rob Zombie has definitely made his mark in horror history, and with his 2016 film, 31, made a killer 3 minute and 4 second opening long take. With a phenomenal performance by Richard Brake, he sets up his character Doomhead with a very sadistic monologue that was originally a little over 8 minutes long. Rob obviously knew that that was too much and had to cut it down to what it is now in the movie. Throughout this monologue, specifically just in the first shot, we have Doomhead, who only blinks 4 times this entire long take, barely looking off camera, just enough to have the viewers questioning whether or not he's saying all of this to them or someone off camera. This alone is unsettling. Add that to his psychotic range of emotions we get in this take, which include excitement, hatred, seriousness, disgust, and callous joy. We get an incredible opening scene with one of my favorite performances by a horror movie villain in a long time. In 2004, Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg delivered one of my favorite zombie movies ever made, Shaun of the Dead. The intro of this movie shows people all over the place, at the bus, at work, or all over the streets looking like zombies before the outbreak. These shots show people running their super linear redundant lives in sync with each other, suggesting that they're zombies enslaved to everyday life. I thought this was interesting, and I think this long tracking shot kind of supports this idea. Shaun is also stuck in this cookie cutter lifestyle to the point where he doesn't even notice the zombie apocalypse when he walks to the store the second time. He's so absent-minded when he goes there, he even trips over the same spot in the curb again, next to the car. Shooting this scene 2 different times allows the audience to compare and contrast the differences they notice within the scenes, but I think the second one goes a little further to demonstrate the extent of Shaun's oblivious nature. It's nearly a 3-minute take, which is finally broken for Shaun to sit down and not even listen to the TV whenever they're spelling out the zombie apocalypse for him. An awesome scene with stylized visual comedy and a great exemplification of Shaun's natural synchronization to his own repetitive lifestyle. Get Out is the 2017 directorial debut of comedian, actor, writer Jordan Peele. Its massive critical success can be traced to its impeccable sound design, superb writing, and impressive cinematography. The intro to this film is no exception as we open up to a 2 minute and 13 second take. The film opens up with a shot of a nice neighborhood with trim matching bushes, nice green cut grass, rows of bright streetlights, and plenty of neighboring houses close by. This can create an illusion of safety for some and an uncomfortable sense of unfamiliarity for others. This long take is used to mainly focus the audience's perception on what's important. It showed us the setting, the character, the all-white car which was kept in view to emphasize its importance, and it showed Andre make a logical decision to turn around and try and leave. The camera leaves with Andre as the car leaves the frame. Once the car's back in view, the camera is set up to give a reveal when Andre notices the driver coming after him. I not only think this long take does a great job at keeping the audience's focus on what's important, but I think the cut to the extreme wide to show how forsaken and alone Andre's character is in this otherwise populated suburban neighborhood was a fantastic way to end Get Out's opening scene. The tracking shot from Fede Alvarez's 2016 home invasion movie Don't Breathe was an impressive way to map out almost the entire house that was getting invaded in seemingly one take. It also highlights important objects, weapons, and pieces in the environment that will come into play later and really gets the audience as familiar with the house as the people robbing it. This tracking shot also gives the viewers a chance to explore what kind of person this blind man is as well. The upstairs bedroom shot shows us military pictures and medals, shows a video on TV that looks like a home movie of someone this guy cares about or misses, possibly a daughter, and we catch a glimpse of an outline of a cross on the wall. This signifies that the cross was hung there for a very long time, but was eventually taken down due to the blind man's diminished faith, which is also mentioned later in the film. The production design, along with a very industrial score and strict blocking, all converge with exceptional cinematography to really sell the reality of this old man's house and the characters within. Thanks for checking this video out of 5 of my favorite long takes in modern horror cinema. Let me know down in the comments what some of your favorite horror long takes are that I missed, and don't forget, support the shit you love.